work this week. I wonder if any of you noticed that we didn't have a video last week. Well, this week we do, and I hear you're all talking about light. We talked a little bit about the sun and how the sun gives us light and heat, and now you're talking about that actual light and what it does down here on Earth. Remember when we talked about what gives things color and how light is made up of different wavelengths? Some of them are really tight and curly and some of them are almost straight. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. Only we're not just going to talk about the light, we're going to talk about the things the light hits. I hear you're studying things that are opaque, transparent, and translucent. Let's figure out why those things are like they are.
With all of our talk about molecules in solids, liquids, and gases, you probably won't be surprised to discover that the light waves, like you see on the top of this picture, are actually made up of tiny little pieces. Those pieces are called photons. And basically what a light wave is photons traveling in that wave pattern, like I'm showing you here on the bottom of the picture.
So now that you know that light is a tiny little piece traveling in a wave pattern, let me help you understand what happens when it hits an object. Both of these, we would all agree, are opaque. No light passes through them. Even though they're both opaque, they have different colors. That's because the black one absorbs all of the light regardless of how tight or straight that wave is. The white paper sends all of those wavelengths of light back at you. So they get a different color depending on how much they absorb or send back. This piece of paper here is transparent. That means you can see right through it. In fact, I can see Mia standing right on the other side holding my video screen. Hi, Mia.
Hi, Mom.
What's happening here is the light that's coming at it goes straight through it. So the light that's bouncing off of Mia and back at me doesn't get caught up in here. So I can see her. This is a little bit trickier. This is translucent. I can kind of see my hand on the other side, especially if I put something inside of it. What's happening is it allows some of the light to go through, but not all of it. And even the light that it lets through, it kind of bends differently when it comes out the other side. Let me see if I can show you. Let's start by trying to understand opaque objects. You can see here that I have a piece of paper that we already decided is opaque. I'm showing you here with the string a ray of light running into that piece of paper. What's going to happen, since it's opaque and since it's white, that paper is going to reflect the protons that hit it right back at whomever is looking at them. So this wavelength goes straight back where it came from. Now let's talk about this plastic sheet that is transparent. You can see Tessa's legs right through it, so we know it's transparent. So what happens is we have this proton traveling in a wavelength right here, right at it. And when it gets to my plastic sheet, it passes right through it. There's nothing in this plastic sheet to reflect the light back. So it travels through and continues on with this same wavelength. Now let's look at what happens when light hits something that is translucent. This lid is translucent. We know that we can see through it, but not very well. So when light hits this, it may or may not go through. There's spots in the lid that will let light through and spots that won't. It's almost like the photons don't all fit through. So if you have 3 wavelengths of the same light coming at it, maybe only one of them will get through. And another thing that happens is sometimes it'll change wavelengths or just move. Well, there you have it, first graders. Light all comes down to tiny little pieces either getting through or not getting through something. Photons hit an object, and if that object is opaque, the photons are bounced back or absorbed into the material. If that object is transparent, those photons go right through and we make images on the other side. Things that are translucent, some of our photon friends get through and some of them just don't. Bye, first graders. Next week's Thanksgiving, and I hope you all enjoy it with your families, but I won't see you until December. So keep thinking of great questions, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye!